This channel is not monetized, therefore it does not collect data on its viewers. That being said, this is an adult channel. In this video, we will be reviewing Gomtuu, number 144 from Star Trek The Official Starships Collection. One of my favorite episodes on Star Trek The Next Generation. Type is living starship. Its ability is telepathic. It's 600 meters long, and its weapon is an energy pulse. And crew is several humanoids. Normally, it is warp capable. It was born thousands of years ago. Let's see here. The pages were kind of stuck together there. What's going on with that? Let's see. Gomtuu was roughly egg-shaped and about the length of the Enterprise D. It was a living creature, and its surface shimmered and pulsed in an ethereal light. It was thousands of years old and formerly supported a humanoid crew. Let's see here. Federation scientists originally labeled the living spacecraft detected in the Beta Stromgren system as Tin Man. It was only later, after Tam Elbrun revealed that he had been in telepathic contact, that he said that the creature referred to itself as Gomtuu. It was an ancient life form and a spacecraft. Its hull was formed of several overlapping layers and bright white energy. Light in between. Its whole appearance resembled a glowing pine cone, which gently vibrated like it was breathing. The energy source was unknown. Let's see here. I remember Star Trek The Next Generation. This episode was one of my favorite. It really touched me. The interior of Gomtuu was organic looking and dark. It could also sustain a Class M atmosphere for a humanoid crew. When Elbrun and Data rounded a curve into a corridor, they came across a membraned wall which opened and led them into a control center. A chair then grew out of the floor, which Elbrun sat in before a viewpoint emerged in front of him, giving a surrounding view of space. There's some misspellings in this magazine this time. Gomtuu generated an energy wave that split into smaller pulses before rippling through the Romulan warbirds' shields and tearing the ship apart. Gomtuu could also generate a pulse of bright light that could send a starship hurtling many light years through space without causing damage. Tam was a Betazoid. It was unclear if Gomtuu had been bred to be a starship or had evolved naturally fit that role. It was clear that without a crew, Gomtuu felt like it did not have purpose and became depressed. It was so lonely it deliberately positions itself near a star that was about to go supernova in order to commit suicide. This episode of Star Trek The Next Generation was basically about that. The page is stuck. There, man, I had to get it apart there. Yeah, this episode was about purpose. Both Gomtuu and Tam Elbrun found new purpose in life when they decided to remain together. Gomtuu then emitted a powerful pulse which flung the Enterprise D far away from the dying star. Energy wave producer there, humanoid command section, energy pulse producing layers, and organic outer carapace. So Yeah, it looks like a pine cone. Kind of reminds me of Moya, maybe. There were several spaceborne entities in Star Trek. The Dicronium cloud creature, the Beta 12A entity, Farpoint alien, plasma energy being known as Junior, and the crystalline entity, along with the nucleogenic cloud. And this Gomtuu was designed by the great Rick Sternbach. I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's on Facebook. Go check him out. I don't actually talk to him a lot, but a lot of his posts have to do with his designs. Sternbach's design from the top of this page shows that it was the illustration chosen for the look of Gomtuu. And the next pages has to do with the costume design. I always liked the costume design of. I know they changed it from the first season and the second season to be more comfortable for the actors. They were designed by Robert Blackman. I think the first ones were William Ware Theis. And then, of course, yesterday's Enterprise, one of my favorite episodes, they reused the uniforms from The Wrath of Khan and the movies to save money. I just love the costumes. It's one of those things that I don't know. It's just, it was just so good. They were the more futuristic, and not everybody was wearing leather. It was just done with some taste, it seemed like. Tam, the actor Tam that played Tam, he was actually in Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and he's been in some other Star Trek episodes, Star Trek Enterprise. Of course, Gomtuu was in only one episode, and that was Tin Man. I remember Data asking Tam, "Is that the purpose of life? To take care of someone?" Tam said, "It is for me." So let's take a look at Gomtuu. Whoops. So, as you can see, it kind of looks like a pod of some sort, almost a wood grain effect. eaglemoss has done a pretty good job with the shading, and the pulsating lights. A lot of times eaglemoss will add translucent parts, but they didn't this time. I guess it might have been too complicated. Man, look at my man thumb. I need a manicure, huh? So, yeah, that's about what it is. I mean, it's just a hunk of plastic, but it's one of my favorite episodes. And where else are you going to get this? I mean, somebody might make a file for it, and I could 3D print it one of these days. Then I'd have to paint it. But I mean, I think it's just fine. It's just fine. The seams could have been a little bit better hidden, I would think. It's the only thing I don't like about it is the seams. But what are you going to do? It is mass produced, even though, where else are you going to find this? You could probably make something like this on your own. The underside, I notice, is darker than the top is. And there's that lovely seam. Yeah, see how dark it is underneath? But I'm fairly happy with it. I noticed that there's the nose there has some, I don't know if those are I mean, who knows? It's an unknown. That's another thing I loved about this episode is that, I mean, it's an unknown, and you can see the seam there where I wish it hit it a little bit better. But it's an unknown creature, thousands of years old. I mean, that's what Star Trek, one of the big attractions for me was the fascinating stories. Almost looked like Moya. If you put two arms on it, it would almost look like Moya from Farscape, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it's. I'm happy with it. So, tell me, what do you think? Do you think it's a good representation? I'm pretty happy with it. Boy, I miss Star Trek The Next Generation, don't you? I really do. And this is one of my favorite episodes, so I'm pretty happy with this particular issue from Eaglemoss. Well, thanks for watching, and we will see you next video.